Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Today is June 9th. It is going back and forth between being partly cloudy and sunny, choosing whether it wants to decide to rain or not. I'm not really sure, neither does the weather, but it's about 77 degrees outside and it is a little bit breezier than I would like to do an inspection. That being said, this video is probably not going to get aired until after we get back from our vacation. It is a vacation, but it's also helping family go move across country. So there is a reason for the trip. I'm doing this intro video against my bee bunker here. And I'm gonna try and quickly do this inspection. It's gonna be an inspection. We got some goals today. It's gonna be an inspection. It's gonna be, we're gonna add some robbing screens. We are entering into summertime here. So Sharon's hive is still a little bit on the smaller side. The last time I went in, it's been a total of 12 days or so since the last inspection that I went in. So it's been some time. But I worry about leaving her without robbing screens because she still is growing, and being gone for a month, I won't be around to monitor the hives to make sure they're not being robbed. So robbing screens, hopefully, if I can manage it, if the robbing screens fit, going on hopefully today. I have to check Carol, her hive. I did 5 treatments of OA over time. Last week was the last one. So we waited a week, a little bit over the week, and we're gonna do a mite check to make sure, just to see where that mite number is. Her hive is booming, so I'm a little bit nervous. She's gonna be pissed, as always. What's different? So we're gonna do that for Carol. The other thing about Carol is that the last time we went in, we removed 3 medium frames that had burr comb on it. And that was the comb they seemed to be choosing to draw out queen cups that were charged. We took them all away, or I took them all away. And they seemed, on the outside, they seemed to calm down a little bit, which was kind of strange to not see as much traffic going on outside the hive door. I don't know if that somehow changed the way they were operating, but they did seem to calm down. They've picked back up a little bit now. And we are at the 12-day mark since I took those burr combs out. It would have taken them probably a day or so to build out new queen cups. And then if Carol charged them, we are at the point now where we're getting close to, if they were charged, they would be swarming soon. So if there are queen cups in there and they've been charged and capped, the mother queen and like half the colony will generally swarm. Queens take about 16 days to emerge, and they generally swarm between, I don't know, maybe like 12 to 14 days before the virgin queens emerge, because the mother queen generally doesn't want to fight it out with her daughters. So we're gonna see if they're still in that swarm mentality, or if taking out those medium frames with the queen cups on them have sort of suppressed the urge to swarm as we're going into summer and there's less resources. Most of everything is done at this point blooming. We've got clovers out, white and red clovers, and that's basically it. The wineberries are done blooming. I'm pretty sure the raspberries and the blackberries are done blooming. So we've got some, most of the trees I believe are done blooming. So I'm gonna throw this headband on, get my suit on, and we're gonna run down there and do this inspection as quickly as possible. Don't have a lot of time today. We're leaving tomorrow for a month, and I still haven't packed anybody. So, and laundry is still in. It's so like me to leave everything till last minute. Anyways, Dad, I love you. Sorry I couldn't get this video up to you before we left, but I love you, and I'm gonna miss you while we're on our travels. I'll have to keep up with you, and I'll still call you and give you an update on what I found. You'll just have to wait for the video. All right, love you. here. I'm gonna put on my gloves and we're gonna go into Sharon's hive first. Our only goal for Sharon is to make sure she's doing well. I have been feeding her because, like I said, we're entering summer and that means less resources. And I really wanted her to go into like the fall with more comb built out. So I've been feeding her. So she might need more comb or more frames. So we're gonna look at that and I'm gonna do basically one last feed before the trip. So let's go on. Let me just check the front. Just wanna look at the front. Looking good. They're all doing sparkling over there. This feed should be empty, even though I filled it up a couple of days ago. I am not surprised. Funny story. I'm just explaining here that even though I cleaned out the dead bees the other day from this section of the follower board, they're still bringing their dead bees on this side of the follower board. They just kind of come over here. She can't fly it out. And then what happens is, because she can't fly it out, she just ends up leaving it there and then kind of crawling back over. There's another one. Okay, here was what I'm going to do is go ahead and clean out all the dead bees on this side of the follower board, move that feeder out of the way. There's actually not that many dead bees, but I want to make sure the hive is nice and clean. Here's the part where I get surprised a little bit at how much they are thriving. Ladies. Ooh, it's breezy. Sorry, ladies. I was just so impressed with how they had propolized the slats down so well that they're just thriving. They're doing so good. They're so small that if I were to take out a honey frame or anything like that, actually in their small state, I wouldn't even take one out. But if I did, I would just give it back to them because we might need it. Okay, this is me just going in, observing the bees. I saw some dead bees and I just wanted to observe them, see if there's anything that I need to be concerned about, which there isn't. This also looks like nectar, and I say nectar loosely because I have been feeding them. So obviously, what are they doing with it? They're going to take it down and put it into stores. So this is not likely actual honey. This is probably what they call funny honey, which is just your sugar. But they're drawing this out nicely. Both sides nectar. So I noticed a bunch of bees at the bottom just sort of like hanging out, and I thought it was kind of odd, but I also don't want to be that new beekeeper who's always looking for something bad. But see how they're all just sort of hanging out down here. Now, if I poke them, they're moving. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know, kind of strange. been feeding them? Who knows? I don't know. But this is all... I wouldn't harvest this. How about that? I wouldn't harvest it because I wouldn't be able to tell if it was actual nectar or sugar water. So these would be frames that you would give back to your bees. But yeah, looking good. Looks good. Ooh, look at you. Sharon's hive has never been very, defensive, but as they, get bigger, they get more bees, it's likely to happen. This is also nectar being capped. So this is a resource. No eggs, no nothing, just resources. So this one has eggs. There's Sharon somewhere on here. There's larvae. There's eggs and larvae on the side. So we're getting that band of eggs and larvae here in the center with honey and nectar kind of around the edge. You know what I don't see? I don't see a ton of pollen. I haven't seen any pollen, so they might just be keeping that around the main source of the brood. But you would think because this one does have larvae on it that there would be more on this side. Now Sharon is marked, so I should be able to see Sharon. Let me see if she's on this side. So if I see eggs, she should be somewhere close, right? Looks like a ton of cap brood, and the wax is very white. Maybe, is that the sugar water? Is maybe like regular nectar that they get from flowers more yellow? Is that how that kind of works? And sugar water has more of a white wax give. I'm not sure if that affects their wax glands in that way. So that one was nectar and larvae. So I'm assuming since we've got larvae on this side, the rest of this is on this side, these 4 frames, likely all to be fruit. That's what I'm predicting. Pull them up, pull them up. Alright, so we got some cap brood on this side. Looking pretty. The wax is so clean. White. Now this side is yellow. Isn't that interesting? Let me bring this frame over. Let me just make sure that Sharon's on this frame. Okay. This side, the wax is yellow. Isn't that interesting? Whereas this side, the wax is almost white, like pure white, snow white. Isn't that interesting? I think that's cool. I wonder if it's the sugar water affecting their wax glands. Not sure. Right hand, in my mind, always farthest from me. And I can see Sharon on the next frame from here. You can see her from here. Doing a grand job. Now I haven't seen any, I feel like they've pretty much built brood. We're going into summer here, less resources, and that's when things start getting a little bit more organized. In spring, Ron told me you can do whatever. You can do whatever you want to your hive, almost nearly, and they'll bounce back. There's enough resources to go around that they'll bounce back. But when you start getting into summer and that dearth time, you have to be very mindful of your brood and how you manipulate your hives. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to check for any queen cells, though I don't think I'm going to find any. And I'm going to add some frames, but I'm going to add them to where they're keeping their nectar area. So I don't want to split up the brood. They have to keep that temperature regulated at 94 degrees, give or take. And so if they're trying to keep all their brood in one area, I don't want to be, ooh, somebody set off the alarms pheromone. They immediately started to attack my J hook. It's okay, lady. It's okay. It's alright. Alright, now where is Queen Sharon? She was on this frame. There she is up at the top there. Looking good. Looking good. I want to know if they're putting any brood down here too. Oh yeah, Miss Queen, did I lose you? There you are. You're all the way down at the bottom. I think she knows she's outside the hive. Let me keep. Yeah, I don't wanna. She knows she's outside, I think. She's gotten a little bit faster. Keep her just here. She's so pretty. Just admire her. That's Honey Baby. That's Cat Honey. She's trying to crawl inside the window. Crawl space areas. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Anyways, this is brood. This is brood and this is brood. Make sure where she is. I don't want them having this, so I'm going to take this. I have to train them early. No building wonky bird mode. Alright, let me be mindful of where she is again. I have an ant on my suit. This one. Alright, this is all brood, which is what we thought. Oh no! Alright, let me check that camera. I told you it was a little bit breezy outside today. Alright, there we go. We're up. We're up. Sometimes I really can't be doing this stuff because it'll be summer and breeding season will be on, and I don't want to encourage any problem. This right there is too. We've got new bees here coming out. This frame is full of the new bees coming out. Oh, we've got a lady helping. And she's just chewing her way out. Oh, there's a new bee actually. That one right there is new. You can tell at how fluffy, how pushed down the fluff is. And it's like a silvery color. It's still got that silver color to it. One of these days, I'd love to capture the newbie actually emerging. I just never, I don't know how people do it because I feel like I need to close the hive up almost immediately, like get in, get out. But at the same time, oh my gosh, how magical is that? I just think that's the coolest. Almost out. You're almost there, little one. Grow some comb on the side of the wall here, but that is all that I can see. So if I can shake you ladies off, shake, 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 shake. Believe me, I don't want to be on here. Let's go. Alright, cool. Alright, excuse me ladies. You guys are doing excellent. I'm going to leave that little gap there. One last time. It's a going away present. Stay safe, my ladies. I'll see you when I get back. I think there's already one calling up here. Oh, there's two. Sleeping now. They heard the sounds. They're like, she's got us.
This is Sharon's hive. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a traffic jam, but not too much. I feel bad for the ladies with the pollen trying to get in, and they're like, wait, we're here, we have the goods. And why can't we get in? Sorry. But yeah, her hive just isn't as big, so I still had to put the tape on the bottom here, but I only left one door open and left the other door closed. And they'll figure it out. They will figure it out. I would suspect maybe in like an hour, they'll figure it out. They'll be fine. And this way I don't have to worry about them getting robbed.